I'm about to eat at Universal CityWalk for my voice cracked. For 5 days.
Are you from the country? Have you ever wondered how people walk in the city? How they city walk? Let me show you. Oh, I'm late for my business meeting. Oh my goodness. Cab. Oh my goodness, that curb. Construction man, fill that up with some concrete, please. Ooh, this air vent. It's so warm, the steam. I feel like a piece of broccoli. That's how they walk. Oh, I feel like Selena. In this video, I'm gonna be eating at Universal CityWalk for 5 days. I'll be having 2 big meals a day, brunch and dinner from Monday to Friday. So that's 10 big meals within the CityWalk itself, within the universe. We will be eating at some quick service spots, but mostly we'll be eating at luxurious restaurants. Okay, they're not that luxurious, but it is gonna be, you know, like full service waiters, free bread, real stainless steel utensils with no stains. I'll be reviewing all the food I try and serving up my brutally honest opinions on a platter. Now, if you've, oh, there's a car coming. Hi, beep, beep, honk, honk. Okay, I guess they didn't think I was cute. Now, if you've never heard of Universal CityWalk and you're like, Timmy, what on earth is that? Let me put this simply. It's basically the Disney Springs of Universal Studios. If Disney Springs is a spring, then CityWalk is a universal creek. You have to walk through it to get to the parks, and it's basically like an outside mall. They have a movie theater, they have tons of shops, and they have tons of food. I'm talking tons. But still probably not enough to fill up these 2 tanks. I call this one Shell and this one Wawa. They have a Margaritaville themed restaurant. They have a NBC restaurant, because why not? Taste test the TV, right? I've never tried one. This is gonna be me afterwards. Change the channel, Timmy. They also have a literal chocolate factory. It's called Toothsome Chocolate Emporium. Oh, that was too good. I sounded like Fantine from Les Mis right before she got her tooth pulled out and sold. I've never been, but I imagine it's like if Willy Wonka bought a cheesecake factory. Of course, with a smaller menu. My gosh, Willy is a boss, a brand, and a business with a blunt bang. Honestly, an inspiration for us all. Come on, businesswomen, let's get up. And I did get reservations, so not to brag, but I'm very hyped about it. Anyways, before we drive to Universal's puddle, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me in my whole career. Also, subscribe. I make food content, theme park food, I travel for food, and I make restaurant videos in my car so I stay grounded, you know?
We are gonna start this week with a little cute tour of CityWalk itself. So I walked through the parking garage lot thingy. It's like a long concrete journey until you get to CityWalk. But you guys know I love getting my steps in, so I don't mind walking through the garage 20 times this week at all. So this is the first part of CityWalk you see. It's like a fun little miniature golf moment. And who is she? Girl, close your mouth. I can smell your tonsil stones. This is it, guys. This is CityWalk. Wow. And here's the iconic Universal sign. It's also a bridge, I think. It's multitasking. These are some of the quick service options. They have Burger King, Panda Express, Moe's, and this is a sit-down place, Red Oven Pizza Bakery. Never been there at all. There's a Universal store. We can explore that later. There's a big lake. You can see both of the park entrances from here, and you can also see the Chocolate Emporium. There's an Italian restaurant, a restaurant called Cowfish, and this drippage dripping down a slide. I don't know what that is. There's a Mexican restaurant, which is where we are having dinner tonight. Spoiler alert, watch out. There's a hot dog place and this big metallic structure. I think it's an antenna or a decoration. It could be either. Here's another cute cinematographer shot and another one here. There's a lot of stairs. Anyways, this is where we are having our first meal, our Monday lunch. Jimmy Buffet's Margaritaville. They do have a massive chair, but I was too insecure and shy to sit on it, so I just kind of leaned on it instead. There's a little Margaritaville store attached to the restaurant. Super cute clothing. There's a flamingo. Oh, girl, put that away. What is that? And some more shirts and hats. Very cute things. Anyways, this is the restaurant check-in area, and this is the restaurant itself. Look at the vibe, guys. It's like Pirate meets Amelia Earhart meets Air itself. This is the menu. It's very colorful and they have tons of stuff, guys. It's a very big menu. They have entrees, appetizers, a lot of oceanic themed items, and of course drinks and some desserts as well. So yeah. Okay, so I'm here. The vibe is very surfboard. You know, traveling on a plane in 1922. It's very random, obviously. Girlies, look, there is a whole steering wheel. Does it move? Oh my God, it moves.
leaves. This is bringing me back to when I captained the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Aslan was super jealous, but I told him, you know what? If you don't shut up, I'm putting you in the zoo. I'm a little nervous because you guys know I've been a bit more adventurous with my food choices recently. I'm not a big seafood fan, but recently I tried lobster. It was fine. It tasted like chicken. And I also tried king crab legs. They tasted like string cheese, which is much cheaper. I'll just eat that next time. But they were honestly great. So today I decided to get some conch fritters for my appetizer. I have never had conch. Now, I know it's something that lived in a shell. It was probably Ariel's telephone at some point. She was like, but Daddy, I love him. And yes, I did eat Sebastian. But I do love fritters. I love a corn fritter. So I'm hoping I'll love this as well. Also, I think it's pronounced conch fritters because when I ordered them, I was like, the conch fritters. And the waitress was like, okay, the conch fritters. I was like, conch. It's not spelled that way, but then again, I was homeschooled. What do I know?
Come on, conch! So here are the conch fritters. They're very shiny, glistening. This is some sort of aioli and some citruses.
Well, seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore. Whatever it is, the lady that sold the shells on the shore probably made this. What was her name? Shelly. By the way, the waitress is the kindest person ever. She's so nice. She's so like smiley and just wonderful. We have some lemon. Let's just add that. A citrus burst. I'm a little nervous, guys. Can you tell? Every time that I started a challenge during the first meal, I'm like, what do I do? What do I say? What do I eat? How do I chew? I forgot. Anyways, this is my first bite of conch in my life. I've always wanted to dive into a conch.
And a big old clam as well.
Oh, I hear the ocean. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the ocean jokes, please. Oh, Mrs. Conch, how do you do? Listen, I have my issues. We all do, including Julia Michaels, but that is pretty good. So let's start with the negatives to get them out of the way and just get the
evil out.
I'm not a big fan of the texture. That is not Margaritaville's fault. I'm assuming that this is the texture of all conches on Earth. The little conch pieces within have a cartilagey texture. It really reminds me of a nose or an ear, anything that has cartilage in it. Now the question is, do conches even have noses? Do they even have faces? Are they just like a flap living in a shell?
No.
Oh my gosh, I heard the ocean in my burp. Inside a conch. No, that is not what I just ate. That's a snail. That's an oceanic Moana themed snail and it has little eyes. It does have a face. It looks like an elephant. Ma'am, that's an elephant. Well, I can see where the cartilage comes from. That big old nose trunk. Let's just pretend we never saw that. Let's move on to the positives. So even if I don't like the texture, I think that the texture of the fritter batter itself is very nice. It's actually quite creamy and a little bit sticky and at the same time a little bit cakey. So it's a very nice, unique balance of textures and the flavor is actually fantastic. There's no fishiness whatsoever. It really has the flavor sort of fresh shrimp mixed into batter. There is a cream cheesy flavor to this. There's sort of a slight red pepper flavor. Oh, it's great so far. Thank you so much. And the outside of it tastes like a hush puppy and I love hush puppies. They're super quiet and they're really cute. We all love dogs. And then the aioli has sort of like a tartar sauce meets a Big Mac sauce flavor. It's quite tangy, a little relishy, and it's very creamy. So I really like this. I don't love the texture once again, but I really love the flavor. I'm gonna give this a very strong 7 out of 10. Guys, I'm really not even just stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm dancing out of it. I am doing acrobats over it, you know? Call me Cirque du Soleil, Cirque du Timmy. I'm loving this, guys. I feel like a pirate. Arg. By the way, this place is called Jimmy Buffet's Margaritaville. Could he be related to Phoebe by any chance? Did he create Golden Corral, the biggest buffet in the country? These are questions we have to ask Jimmy. Jimmy, let us know. What is this flickering? Yes, thank you so much. It looks amazing.
For my entree, as you can see, I got some jambalaya. They gave me a big portion of it. And it has a lot of meat, a lot of shrimp, and a lot of seasonings. So let's dig in.
Okay, so I got the jambalaya. It smells amazing. And I chose jambalaya because I've never in my life ordered jambalaya. And there's a first time for everything, right? I'm expecting it to taste more high-end than Zataran's because that's from a box, you know? And even if Mr. Zataran is very talented at spices, it's processed. This is apparently freshly made. So I see andouille sausage. I see shrimps. I see a lot of grains of rice, peppers, and it's a pretty decent sized portion. It looks very heavy, just like my big Oh, it's all great so far. These were so good.
I didn't want it.
It's totally fine. You can talk as much as you want. Thank you. She's so wonderful. Oh my gosh. This is a great start to the video. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling chiller. So I'm gonna get chicken, sausage, shrimp, and rice all in one bite. Oh. This is fantastic. So this is gonna sound like the most uncultured swine question ever. I'm about to start winking. Wait, I can't snort, wait. That was more severe than I intended. Is the only difference between gumbo and jambalaya the fact that gumbo is more of a soup and jambalaya is more of like a dry rice dish? Is that the difference, or is it from different cultures? I don't know. Guys, like I said, I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to grow, right? I mean, obviously after this meal, I'm gonna grow in multiple ways. This tastes like the most amazing brothless gumbo, texture-wise. The rice is perfectly cooked. It isn't fluffy. It's more saucy than fluffy, but that totally works because the sauciness just adds more of a rich vibe to it, more of a heavy filling vibe to it. And the shrimp is perfectly cooked. It's not rubbery. It's perfectly tender. Overall, this has such a strong Cajun flavor. They did not under-season this whatsoever. It's perfectly salted. It's almost too salty, actually. So it's not perfectly salted. It's a little over-salted, but it's still underneath that salt limit to where it's like, I'm gonna bloat so big, I'm gonna pop. You know, there's the perfect amount of peppers and tomatoes in there. The shrimp crustaceans have the perfect shrimp flavor. They're not fishy whatsoever. And then the sausage has actually quite a tame sausage flavor. It's not too strong at all. And it really kind of blends in with the dish. It doesn't take over. So I really enjoyed this. Is it the best meal I've ever had? No, but I think it's a very strong jambalaya, even though it's the only one I've ever ordered. And I only have Zatarans to compare it to. I think it's really great. So I'm giving it a very strong 8 out of 10.
Yes.
Margaritaville has some good stuff. Wait, so if Margarita is Ville, is it like Smallville? But like instead of Superman, they just have margaritas. They're like, who's gonna save us? No one. So hand me a margarita, sis. I love that. Anyways, I am not getting dessert here because they only have a key lime pie and a brownie. I'm sorry, but that's a little too basic for my new experimental lifestyle. So we're gonna go get dessert somewhere else. Ooh.
I got my dessert at the iconic Voodoo Donuts. So they basically make a whole lot of different kinds of donuts. And these are them. They're spinning around. They have so many kinds, so many crazy flavors. I love it. So I chose 2. I got the mango something something. I forget the name, but it's mango flavored. And the buttermilk bar as well.
These look incredible. Let's first try the buttermilk bar. Buttermilk is probably the most versatile liquid on earth. It can be ranch or a donut. Oh, there's a bird. Girly, you're cute, but please, you're contagious. Oh my goodness, the appearance. It's very intense, especially for someone like me. Oh my gosh. It almost got stuck. Come on, Hidden Valley. Oh, guys, random story, but I have to tell you something funny that happened. I'm very aware that I sound like a
Woman.
Okay, on the phone, everyone always says ma'am. At drive-thrus, everyone always says miss or missus if they think I'm married. I'm used to it. Okay, I've accepted it, and I love women, so it's a compliment. Anyways, yesterday, I was picking up my Uber Eats outside. It was this very nice lady dropping it off, and I was like, hi, how are you? And the first thing she said to me was, oh, well, aren't you just fabulous? I didn't know what to say to that, so I just said, yeah! But it was in the nicest, most like complimentary way. Like I didn't take offense to it at all. I guess I really am just that girl. Oh. Anyways, this buttermilk donut is fantastic. Look at this texture. Look at that. It has the texture of a moist biscuit. And the flavor is really giving old-fashioned donut. And the glaze on the outside is a little tart, maybe a little sour cream. Oh, it's probably the buttermilk coming through, right? It's a buttermilk glaze. Buttery, flaky milk. Very nice. I'm giving it a nice, strong 9 out of 10. I loved it. Next up, we have the mango tango. So this is filled with mango. It's extremely heavy. And it's topped with icing and tang. I haven't had tang since I was probably like 10 back in 1802. You guys know I'm quite ancient at this point. Timmy's Takeout, more like Takeout. Look at that. All I have to say is wow. Wow. I expected that donut to be overly sweet. It's not. The mango sticky goop on the inside is so fresh tasting. It truly tastes like pure mango, but in a gel form, you know? So it's super bright. It tastes like sunshine, to be honest. And then the icing on the top is, of course, sweet, but it's not overly sweet. I hate icing that's too sweet. Plus, the tang adds such a nice tartness and a very nostalgic flavor that really balances out the sweetness. Love. J'adore. I'm giving it a perfect 10 out of 10. Wow.
For my Monday dinner, I went to Antojitos, which is an authentic Mexican restaurant. I mean, that's what the sign says, so it must be true. The building is super gorgeous and bright, and it's covered in a big rainbow. If it was sold at Target, people would be mad. Let's just say that. That was a good one. Oh my goodness. This is the outside eating area. As you can see, every table says reserved. And they asked me, would you like to eat outside or inside? I said outside because I wanted to be in the reserved VIP section. Hello. And that's the inside of the restaurant. I did forget to take an actual video of the inside, so I'm so sorry about that. This is the menu. As you can see, they have appetizers, also known as aperitivos, and they also have soups, also known as sopa, and they have tacos, also known as tacos. And this is the dessert menu. It was on a little piece of paper and it kept flying away. Get back here. It was very chaotic and hectic, and it was a situation type deal type moment. So they gave me some free chips and salsa. So generous of them. No other Mexican restaurant does this, guys. This is like unprecedented. And for my appetizer, I got the pollo tamale.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, ¿y tú? No habla inglés, no habla español, no habla bonjour. Okay, so first things first, this waitress is also amazing. I feel like I'm at Disney because there's some sort of magic happening here. Everyone's really nice. Anyways, this chicken tamale smells really good and the chips and salsa look amazing. Let's try a chips and salsa. A chips and salsa. Timmy, grammar. Oh my gosh, I have to confess something, guys. I still am not totally sure what the difference between a noun, a verb, and an adjective is. I'm gonna edit that out. I did not just say that out loud. English was like the class that I did not pay attention to. I was homeschooled, so I didn't really have to pay attention sometimes. I think a noun is an action, right? Future editing, Timmy, tell me right now.
No, Timmy. A noun is a person, a place, or a thing. You are a noun. I am a noun, but I'm a smart noun.
Okay, well, listen, even if I don't know these simple facts, at least I do know Spanish. I know French, right? Je m'appelle, let's taste it. Listen, it's perfecto, and in Spanish, it's perfecta. It's so fresh. It is watery in a good way. You know how like watery salsa can taste really good sometimes? It just adds more of a refreshing, hydrating quality. It's very that. There's a hint of cilantro. It's not very loud. A big kick of garlic, that's for sure. A little bit of onion, a lot of lime. And honestly, there's a bit of a fruitiness, which reminds me of me, and also habanero. Just a little sprig, you know, a little twig of habanero. And I really like that. The chips are fine. They don't taste that fresh, but they get the job done. Okay, time for my main appetizer. I got the chicken tamale. I love tamales because, you know why? They're good. Typically, always. It came with its little outfit. I love that. It's a little gown. Beautiful gowns, gorgeous gowns. And it's basically a tamale with a hunk of chicken on top. So what's it filled with then? More chicken? It also has some green salsa and some cheese. So let's get a little piece of chicken here. It's very shreddable. Oh, okay. I don't think it's filled with anything. It's just the corn. So it's corn filled with corn. Honestly, I like that. Like, embrace who you are. You are the filling. Be the filling. I will say, I think I was wrong. I was telling corn to embrace itself, be the filling. Don't do that, corn. Don't do that. Be insecure.
You're not good enough.
Sorry. It isn't the flavor that's the issue. I just think it's so much corn that the texture gets a bit too dense and a bit too one note and a bit too Play-Doh-y. But flavor-wise, it tastes like a classic, really kind of moist, fresh tamale mixture. So I'm so happy with it. And the chicken does have a simple flavor. It just kind of tastes like chicken bouillon with a slight tomatoey chili powder vibe to it, but it's very tender. And I kind of like that it's such a simple flavor because this green salsa is very strong. It's extremely limey and it has kind of a roasted poblano flavor to it. Love a poblano. So yeah, it's not perfect, but I like it. I'm gonna give the chips and salsa, I think, a 10 out of 10. And the tamale, a nice 7. By the way, speaking of outfits, do you guys like my outfit? I got this shirt at Target, not sponsored, but it is new. So I'm out here shopping, buying designer. So Target is on the level of Dolce and Gabbana. That's why their names sound similar, you know? Dolce de Target.
For my entree, I got the birria tacos, and they came with some consomme, some refried beans, and some Mexican rice. The whole plate looked really delicious.
So I did pick the birria. When there's birria on a menu, it's also coating my taste buds. Now these look good. I will say that the tortillas look a little dry. They don't look as soaked as a birria tortilla should look. Also, we got the tiniest little thing of consomme. Also, why are the onions outside of the taco? Like, onions aren't typically a garnish, right? I don't know. Am I supposed to eat this with a fork? I don't think so, right? So why are they there? But still, amazing service, and it looks great. So let's first try the Mexican rice. I love Mexican rice. Oh my God. That's great. That's great. It does have your classic Mexican rice flavor, tomatoey, garlicky, but it tastes extra cuminy. I know that there's typically cumin in Mexican rice. I'm spitting grains, but this one has extra, girl. So it does have a bit more of a taco seasoning flavor to it, which I think if it was toned down a little bit, it would be absolutely perfect. Otherwise, it is perfect. I'm enjoying it. I'm giving it a nice 7 out of 10. Now, refried beans. I really love fresh refried beans. Like, truly, I could just live on them. They have the proteins, they have the minerals, and they have the gases that my body needs, you know, to release. But this is lacking a richness, perhaps a lard flavor. If you don't know, there's typically lard in refried beans, and that's why they're so delicious, because of the lard. And this one just tastes a little watery in a bad way this time. Also, there's a slight bitter sourness I'm not used to. It's almost reminding me of olive juice. I'm gonna have to give the refried beans a 3 out of 10. I'm really not impressed with those at all. Wow. Whoa, the sass. Maybe I am really that fabulous. Okay, so let's just pick this up. Oh, the onions are crumbling. We have beef and cheese in there. Let's dip it into the consomme. Okay, this is very thick consomme. Okay, wow. So, like always, let's get the negativity out of the way. These are very dry and very chewy. Like, my jaw started to hurt while I was chewing them. If I keep chewing, I think that my jaw is going to be swollen tomorrow. And I already have a round face, guys. It can't get any rounder, or someone's going to think I'm a volleyball and they're going to slap me. And I'm going to say, ow, and they're going to say, volleyballs can talk? It's just such a dense blob of meat, and it's so dried out that my molars are like, I don't think I can do this. I thought I could, but I can't. I quit. That's empty. But I have to say, I love the flavors. I really do. The meat has that classic birria kind of pot roast flavor to it. And then the birria sauce kind of tastes like birria sauce mixed with kind of a salsa. It's a bit more limey and tangy than your typical birria sauce, but it still tastes really good. I just think that if the tortilla had more birria sauce on it, it would elevate it. If the meat had more birria sauce in it, it would make it less dry. And if the birria sauce was a little thinner, I think it could coat everything a bit better. And so overall, it's definitely not bad whatsoever. I just think the texture is awful, and I'm gonna have to take off a lot of points for that. So I'm gonna give the birria tacos a 5 out of 10. Sorry.
For dessert, I got the tres leche with some cream on top and some fresh berries. Looks gorgeous and very milky.
I love it when a dessert is small, because then I can eat the whole thing and still feel light as a feather. I can still float around like a little piece of dust in someone's attic, you know? Okay, so this seems to have cake, some sort of a creme, and a different crema, and some berries. Oh. Oh no. Oh, there's caramel in the middle. Okay, at least we got that. I like this cream stuff. But guys, I'm very upset right now. This is tres leche. I'm half Cuban, and this should be a sleigh. It should be a sleigh. Let me mess it up to make it look like I ate a lot of it. Okay, so full. So this time we're starting with the positives. Okay, we are saving the negatives for last because it deserves it. This cake is sitting in sort of a nice tres leche, like horchata flavored milk moment. There's a bit of cinnamon flavor. It tastes a bit warm, you know, not temperature wise, but you get me. And it's nice and rich. The cream on top tastes sort of like a cream cheese mousse. Very fluffy, loved it. The cake itself, I have said this so many times, but it's just too accurate. It tastes like a fridge. A Frigidaire. It tastes like it was not properly sealed in a fridge, and it got the flavors of other food kind of soaked into it from the air and the oxygen and the auras. It tastes stale, and it tastes old, and it's lacking any qualities of deliciousness. It's probably one of the worst tres leches I've ever had, and I've had a lot. I am having At least I got these strawberries to munch on. Even that tastes a little stale. How? It's a strawberry. I'm gonna have to give this tres leche on a scale of tres leche from 1 leche to 10 leches. A 1. A 1. Sorry. Otherwise, this place was pretty good. I mean, nothing was great. Oh, besides the salsa, the free part. Yes. So, day 2 update. I'm feeling great. Wait. I had a little bit of an amphibian in my throat. Antojitos wasn't amazing, but luckily it processed through me. And I'm ready for some amazing... There's something stuck in there. Oh my gosh, it's a hairball. Okay, hello, it's gone. I'm back to my
Womanly voice.
I'm ready for some amazing food today, girlies. Let's go.
For my Tuesday lunch, I went to the CityWalk Hot Dog World's Best Hot Dogs. I'm not sure what the name is. It's one of those. You can pick one. They basically serve hot dogs from different states in the US, and there's like a lot of them. As you can see, Chicago, Colorado, Kansas City, Boston, Washington, New York, Arizona, Milwaukee, Detroit. Oh my gosh, speech therapy has really helped me, girlies. I talked really fast just then. And you girlies know I've been extra paranoid about birds recently for obvious reasons. So I sat kind of in the outside area where there seemed to be less birds. But it turns out I was wrong. Birds can move and fly, and they can appear in different places. Anyways, I got the Milwaukee hot dog, gorgeous. I also got the Kansas City hot dog, very nice. And the chili cheese fries as well. Oh, and a little soda moment.
Girlies, I'm kind of scared. I thought there would be less birds in this area for some reason. I just saw less, but actually they're surrounding me. And they're taunting me. They're like, oh, do I have it? Do I not? Oh, you'll never know. Mind your business. Anyways, let's try to ignore them and not touch any surfaces, right? All of this looks really, really good. So I got the chili cheese fries. I got the Kansas City hot dog and the Milwaukee hot dog. Is that how they say? No, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's like that. Yeah, we're famous for our cheese curds. No, what accent is that? That's Chicago. I've had their hot dogs too many times, girl. So I chose different ones that are more exciting. Let's first try the chili cheese fries. Ooh, looking forward to the diarrhea. I have napkins in my pocket. Wowie, wow. That is the plot twist of the century. That is giving when we found out that the monster in the jungle was just smoke. That's what that's giving. Well, actually, that served disappointment. This is serving joyous twist. So these fries are very, 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 very simple. They're just basic, fried, salty, Idahoan stick. And the cheese is also simple. Classic nacho cheese. It doesn't taste too trashy, but it has just enough trashiness to make it nasty and delicious, right? The chili is the plot twist here. It truly tastes homemade. Now, does it have tons of flavor? No, they could have added a lot more chili powder, a lot more cumin, maybe some bay leaves, and some more cayenne. But it has a wine flavor to it, which is kind of giving classy at this little outside place covered in birds. I did not expect that. It has this salty wine flavor that is almost giving picadillo, which is a Cuban dish, because I am Cuban. It just tastes very real, and it goes so well with the processed cheese and the fries. I'm gonna give these a very strong 8 out of 10, yes. It is now time for the hot dog. So this place is called World's Best Dogs. First of all, that's untrue when it comes to dogs, because we have Shih Tzus, we have Retrievers, we have all these amazing different breeds. But if they're talking about actual hot dogs, I don't believe that either, to be honest, because there's places in like Sweden that have like Wiener Schnitzels and things like that they're famous for. You think that the best hot dogs are in Universal CityWalk? Are you mad? But I'm gonna keep an open mind. Let's first try the Milwaukee hot dog. So it's in a hoagie roll, and it's a bratwurst, because it's a brat summer, you know? Do you have a British accent like Charlie? Yes, love, I do. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. It also has grilled onions and spicy mustard. Let's try it. You know, even if those people from Milwaukee cannot pronounce Wisconsin correctly, at least they have some really good hot dogs. That is truly, might be the world's best, honestly. That's really good. Better than I expected. I'm typically not a big fan of hot dogs in like a thick sandwich type of roll, but this really works. I think the bread is crusty on the outside, very fluffy on the inside, and it really is serving kind of like French bread flavors, which is interesting because I don't think that the Wisconsin people can pronounce bonjour, you know? They would say bonjour. The grilled onions are still a tiny bit crunchy, but they taste really kind of almost caramelized and just delicious. The spicy mustard is so rich and so much. I love mustard, guys. I'm really a mustard stan, and this is a really good one. It's very grainy and burpy, but the star here really is the brat. It has almost that kind of IKEA flavor. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of tastes like an IKEA meatball for some reason, but in sausage form. There's a pork flavor to it. It's not too meaty. It's salty. It's a little bit tangy, and it has a nice crunch to it. So I'm giving the Milwaukee hot dog a 10 out of 10. Oh my God. Now it's time for the Kansas City hot dog. In case you didn't know, this is the hot dog that Dorothy was eating when her house took flight. She was like, girl, if this is the end, I'm gonna make myself a delicious, iconic Kansas City hot dog. And when she saw Elphaba flying outside of her window, she almost choked on it. She was like, oh my gosh, is that a witch? Anyways, there was a little mishap with this hot dog. So it's supposed to have coleslaw and pickles on it. Now, when I ordered it, the super nice employee basically said, I'm so sorry, we are out of pickles and we are out of coleslaw. Do you still want it? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, we can add other toppings for free just because we're missing those ones. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, how about some jalapenos? And he was like, sure thing, brother. I don't think he even said that. I forget what he said, but he added the jalapenos, but I gotta say, they kind of look dried out. Do they not look a little dehydrated? They look like jalapeno jerky. So I'm actually just gonna take them off. Along with the coleslaw and the pickles, this is also supposed to have pork and barbecue sauce, and they did have those elements today, so I got them, yay. And I think it's just a normal bun and a normal hot dog, so let's try it. Oh. Oh my God. Listen, Dorothy may not have known how to get home, but she knew how to make a good hot dog. So I'm realizing the Kansas City hot dog is basically a pulled pork sandwich on a hot dog. And that's kind of fierce. I think it works. First of all, the hot dog was the snappiest hot dog that I've ever had. It really, truly just snapped so hard every time I bit into it. Classic all beef, delicious hot dog flavor. The pork was surprisingly real tasting and surprisingly tender. It really worked for me. It was simple pulled pork, but it was not blubbery. It was very real, simple, clean, delicious. And the barbecue sauce has so much flavor, extremely tangy, barely sweet to be honest, mostly vinegary and tangy, and it has a nice smokiness to it. Really went so well with the pork. And I can see that the coleslaw and the pickles really would have elevated this hot dog, but I still really, really enjoyed it. What just happened? Is this a glitch in the multiverse? Look at that. It's empty. Oh my gosh, it's a hot dog cup. I'm giving the Kansas City hot dog a 9 out of 10. I really love this hot dog place. I think it's truly delicious, very strong. Are they the world's best hot dogs? Who's to say? Have you been to every country and tried every hot dog? Probably not. Have you tried the Antarctic icicle dog? No? Exactly. But I really enjoyed this meal. Yay!
For my Tuesday dinner, I went to this restaurant that I've honestly never heard of before. It's called Bigfire American Fair. Not like the state fair, but like fair as in, that's not fair. You're a monster, you know, like that. It's a really pretty building. It's all glass and wood, so it just makes you feel like you're in a forest of windows. There's a little bar on the side of the building called Bigfire Bar. Also, there's an actual fire. Also, this is what it looks like on the inside. It's gorgeous. I was seated on the second floor, and I did have to go on an elevator with the host guy, but he was very nice. It was very awkward though, but he was super sweet. This is the menu. As you can see, everything is cooked with fire, and they have entrees, appetizers, desserts, all the good stuff. For my appetizer, I got something really healthy. I got these charred Brussels sprouts with these peppers. It looked super green, super nourishing, and super good for the chicken soup of the soul.
Okay, girly, so I'm gonna be quiet today because I am seated right next to where all the employees gather, to where they do the checkouts and all that stuff, like right next to them. So if I don't like something, I'm gonna literally do some ASMR and talk like this, and you'll just hear my negativity through chilling noises. So this place is really cool. What's it called? Fire log? Big Fire. It's Big Fire. What's on these Brussels sprouts? So they're called wood charred Brussels sprouts. They have shishito peppers. I hope I'm saying that right. Shishito? It doesn't sound like I am. I don't know. Served over toasted almond smear and topped with micro arugula. Micro. You might as well call it inverted. It's an innie, not an outie, that's for sure. Oh my God. It smells very good. It does smell charred, I will say that. I guess they tossed it straight into the Bigfire. I'm gonna get a Brussels, some almond. Ooh, I think the table's clean. Get back in there. This is embarrassing. This is a nice place. Okay, we have a pepper, stem, and all. It is good. It just needs a lot of salt. Also, look at these nice salt and pepper shakers, girlies. This is like from TJ Maxx or something. Look at this. What am I, a butcher? This is so nice. Oh, also look at this. Sorry guys, I have a lot to show you. Look at my water. I'm not drinking out of this, but they gave me the whole jug so I could pour it into this. This is so rustic. This is a great appetizer, I gotta say. Is it incredible? No, but I'm really enjoying it. I think that the Brussels sprouts are crisp and very fresh, like straight from the Brussels sprout garden. The charred flavor is very strong, but they also have a meaty flavor, almost like they were cooked in some sort of a beefy, like fat. But what do they call that? There's a special name for it, like beef au jus or beef confit or something. I don't know, but it's quite beefy. It just needed some salt, that's all. And the peppers are very tame. Ooh, I spit a whole plant. They are very charred and they just have a simple pepper flavor. They're not spicy whatsoever. I think they go with the Brussels sprouts very well. And this almond paste reminds me of hummus, but like sweet, which is really nice. Very creamy texture. And I am very surprised that the micro arugula, even though it's very small, has a lot of flavor, which is impressive. You wouldn't think it would. I think it all comes together. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
For my entree, I got this beer can chicken. Look at that. With a piece of cornbread, some, wait, what was it called? Something stew. I forget the name. Beep bop boop cannot compute. And some coleslaw.
Okay, listen. Don't come for me. I know getting chicken is a little basic and I am on my new experimental food journey, right? But I've never had chicken cooked in a beer can. I did not know that existed. I didn't know chickens were small enough to fit in one. Maybe it's a really big beer can. Who knows? It's still something new. And it came with a piece of cornbread, which looks so good. I love cornbread. A spoonful of slaw. And then underneath the chicken, we have Brunswick stew. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like something the Hocus Pocus sisters would cook up in their cauldron, right? I think it's interesting that they placed it underneath the chicken. It's kind of like a stew decoration. Let's first try this slaw. Oh, I appreciate the bravery of this coleslaw. I think it's quite valiant. There's apples in there, girlies. Apples. I can taste them and I know they're from Granny Smith's garden. There is some cabbage, but it feels like there's more apple than cabbage. It's a little mayonnaisey, but mostly just sweet, sweet, sweet. It's just very different. It's quite refreshing too. I'm gonna give the coleslaw a 6 out of 10. Next up, let's try this Brunswick stew. Okay, let's just get some there. So I see corn. I see some form of meat, some form of animal. Possibly squash? Oh, we have a big piece of meat. Okay, usually I'm not into dark-sided things, but this is a good potion. That is fantastic. It's unlike any soup I've ever had. It's very Brunswick, whatever that means. Very Brunswick. It tastes like chili meets vegetable soup meets a Manwich Sloppy Joe. And yes, they named Manwich after me. Honestly, I have to move the chicken so I can get to the rest of this. Oh yes, there's so much more. It has the heat and warmth and chili powdery tomatoiness that chili has, but it also has the vegetable earthiness that vegetable soup has, and it has the sweet tanginess that sloppy joes have. So it's really the most interesting, delicious blend. And the meat, I can't tell if it's turkey or if it's ground pork or if it's beef. Honestly, I can't tell. It just tastes like the Brunswick. It's like a homemade, delicious invention. Albert Einstein could never. He might have made the light bulb, but where did that get us, Albert? Where? What? Oh, we can see things now? Wow, I'm so grateful. I am so much more grateful to Miss Brunswick. I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, I should have dipped the cornbread into it. I ate it all. Oh, I'm so quirky. Oh my God. It dipped itself into it. Once again, that tastes extremely homemade. That cornbread is a lot... That cornbread is a lot sweeter than your typical cornbread. It's so sweet that it almost tastes like a yellow boxed cake, which is a huge compliment. I love a good yellow boxed cake. Come on, Pillsbury. But of course, it has that classic corn flavor. The edges are really crispy, and it's perfectly moist, even though I almost choked on it. It is not dry at all. It's nothing like a Popeye's hockey puck. Don't even go there. Don't compare. So that's another 10 out of 10. What is going on with this plate? I'm really shook. Now it's time for the beer can chicken. I ate almost all the sides before eating the actual chicken. They were just that good, guys. Look at that. Okay. Oh. Oh my God. Girlies, that is some of the juiciest restaurant chicken I've ever had. And that's white meat too. What in the world? But it's not just the texture that's amazing. It's the flavor. This truly tastes marinated. It doesn't taste like beer. It tastes like a lot of paprika, a lot of chili powder, and there's a really strong sweetness, almost like a honey, slight orange flavor to it that goes so well with the chili powder. It's like ridiculous. I didn't expect this place to be this good, to be honest. This is the best meal I've had all week, and who would have thought it would be a micro arugula Brunswick beer-covered feast? I didn't. I really didn't. I'm giving the chicken a 10 out of 10.
For my dessert, I got the Rocky Road Baked Alaska and a show apparently. Watch out past filming, Timmy. Wow. Ooh, whoa. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That was great.
So the wonderful waiter who was so nice brought me my baked Alaska, and he had like a little cup of something, and he was like, if you want, you can film this part. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I was like, sure, thank you. So I started filming. All of a sudden my eyebrows got cinched off. I loved it. It was riveting. So what's in this? This is called the Rocky Road Baked Alaska. It's really bumpy. It's a really treacherous path. Chocolate ice cream, toasted marshmallows, caramel praline crust, huckleberry core. Isn't there a huckleberry fish that has a fin? Meringue and torched table side. Oh, that was the fire. Okay, so let's just dig in. How do I do this? Oh, okay. Let me get some of that huckleberry in the center. I see it. Enchanté. Oh. Oh, it's so good. Thank you. Listen, a whole state has never tasted so good. The meringue is very light. It's almost like foam, but it's nice and warm, which goes so well with the cold ice cream. The ice cream is a little bit icy, but I'm assuming it probably has to be super cold so it can be filet mignon. You know, it has a very nice, rich, chocolatey flavor. There's a lot of nuts in here, which really gives it that Rocky Road vibe. The huckleberry filling tastes like raspberry jelly. Love raspberry jelly. That's a compliment. And then this rum chocolatey sauce on the bottom is really rich, and it really kind of adds a more heavy flavor to the dish, and I just really liked it overall. So guys, Bigfire has big flavor. It really does. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10, and I really enjoyed every single thing that I ate here today, but especially the chicken and the Brunswick stew and the cornbread. Oh my goodness, fantastic, fantastic.
Okay, day 3 update. It's windy. I'm in a bad mood. I'll explain in a second. What do you want to know? What do you want from me? I'm sorry, I don't want to treat you like that. It's just something really annoying just happened. I'll explain it in a second. For my Wednesday lunch, I went to the quick service food court area because I decided to eat at Bread Box handcrafted sandwiches. So as you can see, they have a very colorful theme, and they even have chairs that are like swings. This is the menu. They have lots of sandwiches, as you can see, and some other little sides and things like that. I got a chopped cheese sandwich, oh my goodness, and some tater tots, some loaded mac and cheese, and this, what's it called? Oh, a strawberry crispy treat cookie.
Okay, the food looks fantastic, but honestly, I'm not even excited to eat it. Well, I am. I'm a pig, so of course I am, but I'm still upset, okay? Because let me explain what happened. Okay, this is the full story. This is from start to finish. Are you ready to hear it? Okay, let's go. I parked in Universal's very squished parking garage, but I was perfectly parked in my space, right? And this big monster truck looking car parked next to me. Who needs a monster truck? What, are you a monster? Is your name Mike Wazowski? Anyways, I was just sitting in my car, putting on my sunglasses. I was getting everything together, putting things back in my purse, and all of a sudden I hear a boom, and my whole car shakes, and I'm like, what was that? Did someone bump into me? I look over, there's a huge monster truck door on top of my car, basically, and I realized they probably bumped into my car with their door, and I thought to myself, okay, when I get out, they're probably gonna apologize or say something, and it's gonna be awkward. Let me mentally prepare for that. So I get out, and it's just a group of adults just kind of laughing, talking. They don't even look at me, even though they just dinged my car. Ding dong, my car is dented. And being the socially awkward person that I am, I felt too awkward to say something. I could have said, hi, did you bump into my car? But I didn't even do that. I just looked at the little dent that was left there, and I just kind of walked away. And just the fact that they didn't have the decency to say sorry or anything, like I honestly would have been like, it's fine, don't worry about it. So I'm mad at myself, I'm mad at them, I'm mad at the whole situation. But guess what? We have a feast in front of us, and I'm very grateful for the sustenance that's about to enter my esophagus. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, in the words of Jennifer Hudson. Let's try a tater tot. I expected the most basic, Rida tater tot. But this is serving different. This is serving gourmet tater tot. They're so crispy on the outside. They're very almost creamy on the inside. Oh, look at that. They do taste like a classic tater tot, but like 2.0, because they also have a very strong onion flavor. The Grinch would say, these are my favorite tater tots. This is where the flavor's at. They're kind of giving Dunkin's tater tots, but way less greasy and much more crunchy. Adore them, 10 out of 10. Now, speaking of potatoes, the people that bumped into my car, they were from Ohio. Ohio, like that's basically a potato-less Idaho. We have loaded mac and cheese. I see breadcrumbs. I see bacon. I don't know. So I love it, but there's something off. Something is wrong. Something sinister is afoot, but I can't stop eating it. This is so much more flavorful than I expected, because to be honest, these little mac and cheese screws looked quite dry and quite flavorless and quite pathetic, but that's not how they taste. This sauce is thin, but it's so strong and it's so flavorful that it doesn't even matter. Even a little bit of the sauce is very potent. It's so cheesy, it's so sharp. Honestly, it could fight in a duel with a sword. That's how sharp it is. Narnia style, girl. And the bacon pieces don't taste like trashy fake bacon bits. They taste real, crunchy, fresh, crispy, super flavorful. It just really comes together and makes a delicious mac and cheese. But the sinister part of it, the insidious aspect,
The darkness within.
is a certain background flavor that honestly tastes kind of like chemicals. And I can't really describe it. It's like a strong kind of almost perfumey chemical flavor. I'm not saying there's chemicals in this. I'm just saying that's what the flavor is giving my taste buds as a gift. And they're saying you shouldn't have, you really shouldn't have. It's just a je ne sais quoi that is je ne sais non. Otherwise though, I really love it. So I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10. I think that's fair. Now it's time for the chopped cheese, guys. I've never had a chopped cheese. I've always wanted one. I have heard that it's basically a chopped up burger meets a sub. It looks very interesting. So it has like chopped meat, chopped cheese. That's the name. There was no joke in sight and I still made myself laugh. Wow. Slap my cheese and call me beef. Have you ever had a chopped cheese? Was it chopped? Right. Has someone from Ohio ever slammed their monster truck door into your car? Was it dinged? Right. Girlies, the chopped cheese is innovation itself. It is taking the delicious onions? Who? Maybe the Grinch really is possessing me. It is taking the most delicious elements from a burger and the most delicious elements from a sub and putting them together and creating something so special and so unique and something that every single person should truly experience so that they can see what true beauty is. It's not in the eye of the beholder, it's in the meat of a cheesesteak. The bread, first of all, has a hoagie vibe to it, and the toppings have a really fresh sub vibe to them. They're really juicy, there's a lot of them, and then the meat is really serving super ooey gooey cheeseburger. So you put those things together and it just makes the most refreshing cheeseburger ever. And the sauce on it, I don't think it's just mayo, it's like something else. It tastes like the sauce that comes with a blah, blah, blah. Let me translate that. A blooming onion. It is an Australian delicacy. The sauce has a horseradishy, creamy, kind of smoky flavor to it that really elevates the whole chopped cheese. Even the parts of the cheese that are chopped real small. It is just a flavor experience. I adore it. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Wow. So last but not least, we have this. It's a massive, really heavy cookie. Now it's called like a strawberry crispy treat something. So I expected it to be like a Rice Krispie treat, a snap, groggle, bop. Oh, don't mind if I do type of treat. But it's not that. Let's just crack it open. Oh, there's Rice Krispies in it. Oh my goodness, they look soggy. It's fine. So they're probably not gonna snap or even crackle, or they're probably not even gonna pop. That is the most delicious cookie I've had in my life. I'm not exaggerating. Those aren't just Rice Krispie treats in there. That's a full Rice Krispie treat moment, like with the marshmallow stickiness and all.
Isn't that exactly what a Rice Krispie treat is, Timmy? Stop contradicting yourself, you fool.
It added such a chewiness and such a sweet marshmallowy flavor that I've never had in a cookie. And it truly changed everything in my life. And then the cookie on the outside is just serving classic brown sugary kind of sugar cookie. And it was a little doughy in the center, which went so well with the Rice Krispie chewiness. There's a slight strawberry flavor, which is reminiscent of the strawberry shortcake ice cream bars, you know? And it really, it is just a flavor that transcends space, time, and taste bud. And I think when historians look back and say, what was the best cookie out there? They're not going to say crumble. They're not going to say Chips Ahoy, Captain, aye aye. They're going to say Bird Box. Bird Box, Bread Box. Bird Box is the Sandra Bullock movie where she can't look at things or else like something bad happens, right? Well, girlies, I'm not even looking, but I can see the flavor.
It's time, girlies, for my Wednesday dinner. I went to the Chocolate Emporium. As you can see, Willy Wonka's burp is coming out of the chimney. There's some futuristic gears, and they also have a store full of candy and clothing and apparel, and also a lot of baked goods like macarons and little chocolates, and a lot of sweet treats, you know? It's just delicious things. This is the restaurant check-in area. I checked in, I said, hi, I'm Timothy, can I have some chocolate? And this is what the inside of the restaurant looks like. It's very steampunk, very aesthetic, and they do have characters, which I did not know about, and they terrified me the moment I saw them. This is the menu. No, they don't just have chocolate, they have actual food. As you can see, a lot of different options. Plus, of course, they have tons of desserts. So, let's eat.
Guys, look at this place. I have to say it's quite hot in here, but it's understandable. They're melting a lot of chocolate. The temperatures are gonna rise. They have to keep it at the perfect warmth level to get that silky smooth texture that Willy always talks about. Willy says, chocolate? Do you want it dark? White? Completely insane? That's what he says. I'm a little nervous being here. There are characters. Now, I've met a lot of Disney characters during different dining experiences, but I've never met non-Disney characters. I don't know their names. I don't know these people. What am I gonna say to them? Oh, hi, yo. You like chocolate? You want it completely insane like Willy? It'll be fine. Anyways, which is your favorite Willy Wonka adaptation? We have the old Willy Wonka, we have the Blunt Bang Willy, and we also have Timothy Chalamet Willy. Personally, I grew up with the old one, like from 1802. It's iconic. The curly hair that Wonka has, it's so Merida. Also, Grandpa Joe, an icon. People have been dragging his name through the mud recently saying, oh my gosh, this whole time he could get out of bed and he's making his daughter work and his grandson starve? Yeah, and what? What about it? Grandpa Joe deserves to rest. You know, he's like 92. Just because he's very active and he can dance around and flip doesn't mean he has to go out and work. I don't care what Kim Kardashian said. So as much as people try to cancel Grandpa Joe, guess what? He doesn't care. And he told me something. He said there will be no explanation. There will only be reputation. Exactly, Joey. I agree. By the way, I am getting all chocolate items from the appetizer to the entree to the dessert, because even if they have other types of items, I'm like, I'm at the Chocolate Emporium only this one time. I'm gonna feast on all the chocolate I can. I'm gonna swim in a chocolate lake just like Augusta. What happened to that man? Is he okay?
For my appetizer, I got the cocoa dusted hot honey chicken wings on a plate that is serving lizard.
Ma'am? Where's the chocolate? Is it invisible? Is this some magical new chocolate science that Willy made? So these are hot honey cocoa dusted wings. I don't see the dust, but they smell really good. I love hot honey, and I'm not sure what this is. It could be either ranch or blue queso. The menu did not specify. If it is blue queso, you know, I didn't have eating chocolate dust and blue cheese together on my bingo card this month, but if it happens, I might just implode. Let's first try it by itself and then with the mystery goop. It's ranch. I just got the golden ticket. So I'm enjoying these wings, but I truly feel like I'm eating a whole different menu item than what was described. These are very high quality wings. They're not gooey, gummy. It is all just good meat, very crispy on the outside, perfectly fried, but the sauce is not giving cocoa dusted and it's not giving hot. It's only giving honey. Oh my gosh, great so far, fantastic. Thank you so much. She's so nice. You would think that these wings were just covered in bee vomit, but delicious bee vomit. Ooh. It has a broken bone. Meredith Gray, I'm paging you. Fix her. But Derek, now this honey sauce does taste nice. It tastes kind of like honey chicken from like a Chinese takeout type of place. So it's very simple and it's very sweet. But I was really looking forward to some sort of interesting chocolate vibe, you know? And also some heat. There's literally 0% chance of spiciness on my plate right now. So they're crispy and sweet and I'm really enjoying them, but they're just not what I wanted. I really wanted my froyo that day and I didn't get it. I'm gonna give them a 5 out of 10.
For my entree, I got the chocolate mole chicken gnocchi. It's a pasta in chocolate.
This smells like a big red bell pepper. That's it, freshly chopped. I like a bell pepper, so I'm not mad. So this is mole. If you haven't had mole, it's basically like, I think a Mexican sauce, right? And it's made with so many things like chilies, chocolate, crackers, seeds, like literally tons of things blended up, and it creates a typically delicious sauce. Let's see if this is delicious. Now, this is with gnocchi, so it's sort of like Italian Mexican fusion. It's like if Giada said tortilla or nacho pan grande. You know, it has chicken, a lot of gnocchis, a lot of sauce. It's mostly sauce, to be honest, and some peppers. So let's try it. The excitement's wearing off. Is this how Violet felt when she became a giant blueberry and it was super cool, and then she realized that she couldn't move, so she was like, oh, never mind. There's not a lot of chicken here. I'm trying to find more. I'm on the search for the pollo. I'm gonna start with the positives. So when I first tried it, I was very pleased because the sauce has so much flavor. It's really nice. But then I realized that underneath this fake facade of deliciousness, there's a whole lot of sadness. The mole sauce doesn't taste like full mole sauce. It tastes like enchilada sauce meets mole sauce. So it's almost like a diluted, extra salty version, but I still really liked it. It still has a lot going on. I can taste a little hint of chocolatey richness, and there's a nice chipotle pepper flavor, a very loud bell pepper flavor, but it works. It's a bit sweet, and there's actually a slight marinara vibe there too, which is interesting. It kind of brings in the spaghetti. That's what Giada calls spaghetti. She says spaghetti, but everything else is bad. Everything. The chicken was tender, but it had no flavor. And then the gnocchi is probably the worst part. It's the texture. It doesn't have your typical fluffy yet dense potatoey gnocchi texture. This is much more doughy and sticky, and it's really sticking to my molars. Maybe it's part of the candy theme. Makes you feel like you have a big cavity. The texture is not working for me at all. I said that too loud. The texture's not working for me at all, girlies, and it's kind of ruining the whole dish for me because it's just not fun to chew. It's like caramel gnocchi, those are delicious pasta. So I'm gonna have to give this gnocchi dish a 3 out of 10 because I actually just don't want to eat any more of it. That's crazy for me, girlies. Let's hope dessert slays.
For my dessert, I got the bread pudding. It has chocolate cake in it, and it came with white chocolate ice cream. Ooh.
Okay, girlies, the characters are slowly making their way towards my big bald head. I don't know why I'm extra nervous about it. You guys know I have a stutter, so sometimes I get extra nervous when it comes to these things, especially if it's a character I don't know. Timmy, anxiety out, confidence in. Okay, I've never done that before. It worked. This is white chocolate ice cream, bread pudding with chocolate cake in it. Oh my gosh, you guys know bread pudding is my favorite dessert ever, and I've never had chocolate cake bread pudding. I'm not ready. Let's first try the white chocolate ice cream. Okay. So this ice cream is okay. It does have a very nice, bouncy, almost stretchy texture, but it's not really giving away chocolate. Once again, where's the chocolate, Willie? It tastes more like birthday cake ice cream, frosting flavor ice cream. Now the chocolate cake bread pudding. Oh, look at that piece of cake right there. Oh my goodness. What is he speaking out of a microwave? What is that noise? How am I gonna understand him? See, I stress ate that. That was fantastic. Oh my, it's so good. It is completely gone. Thank you. Okay, I am paying currently. I might be able to... Never mind, they're right behind me, aren't they? Let's just talk about the bread pudding. So amazing texture, very dense, almost like a cheesecake, but like hot. And the flavor, it was barely sweet. Almost all the sweetness came from the melted chocolate and the chocolate cake on top. So it was the perfect balance. I have to diarrhea. That is all. Thank you so much. You have been fantastic.
Hello there.
Hello, how are you?
How was the bread pudding?
Oh my gosh, fantastic. It wasn't too sweet and it was like very dense. I loved it.
Incredibly descriptive.
Thank you.
You are very appreciated.
Thank you. It's my job to be descriptive.
True food connoisseur.
Yes.
What is your name?
Timmy. Timmy's Takeout. That's my channel.
Oh, it's wonderful to meet you, Timmy.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
And this is?
Sure.
Dog. Nice to meet you.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was brilliant.
I did it with the face this time.
High fives are a new thing for us.
Oh, wow. You're just learning them?
Yes.
Down low.
Down low.
Oh, wow.
Toothsome. We're practicing so long.
I love that. It paid off. It paid off.
Well, it was
Thank
a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you guys.
Enjoy everything, Timmy.
Thank
I
you.
leave you with this final piece of advice.
What?
Whatever you do,
Oh, that was funny.
They were really funny and really nice, and I was super awkward. I almost got stuck when I said my name. I wasn't expecting it, and you guys know that my name always trips me up with my stutter. But that was great. It was great. I feel a little sweaty, but oh my gosh, girlies, I'm walking out right now, and the character lady screamed, "Goodbye, Timmy! Have a lovely day!" Am I a star? Am I the star of the Emporium? Is that who I am?
Hey girlies, happy Thursday. Yes, I was jogging because it was super cold outside. It was like 60 something degrees. And for a Floridian like me, that is Antarctica. So I made my way to Bubba Gump Shrimp as quickly as possible for my Thursday lunch. Now, this is a very iconic restaurant if you're a Forrest Gump stan. And this is what the inside looks like. It's all very wooden, a lot of random steering wheels and license plates. And they're just trying to be real rustic, like a hardware shop. And it's kind of charming, but it's also kind of forced. This is the menu. It's not just shrimp. They have a lot of different things, as you can see. And they also have dessert, including a box of chocolate. So I got a fried chicken salad. And then I also got a side of mashed potatoes. Timmy, what is this combo? Shut up. It's what I wanted. And I had to get a box of chocolates as well.
Okay, so I'm here. The vibe of this place is very shrimpy. You know, it's very foresty. I feel like Anne of Green Gables right now. Oh, Princess Cordelia is in the forest picking berries and rummaging for mushrooms in the swamps. What am I saying? Okay, so the truth is I've never seen Forrest Gump. I do know it's about a man who likes to run. I've seen a lot of GIFs of him running, and I know that he eats a lot of chocolates. In fact, I got chocolate for my dessert. It says, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get." I love that. I think it's really, really deep, but I think we can improve it. It should be life is like a box of chocolates. Let's hope it's not coconut, because that's nasty. I think that's a lot better, right? Also, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments, really mad comments saying, "Timmy, you went to Bubba Gump Shrimp and you didn't get any shrimp." Guess what? I'm tired of experimenting. I've experimented all week. I ate a conch. A conch. I'm sorry, but there's moments where I just want to eat what I'm craving, and today I'm craving a fried chicken salad, some random mashed potatoes, and a box of chocolates. So it's fine. It's fine. I have extra ranch for that reason. I'm able to spill it and still have enough. Okay, let's be dainty and classy. Let's first try these mashed potatoes. We have a nice side of them. Ooh. Bubba! They are extremely simple, extremely basic. But I mean, I'm impressed. The fact that a shrimp can make mashed potatoes like this, and they just take their fin and they just kind of like step on the potatoes over and over until they mash. This tastes very fresh, very real, very homemade. I just wish that the person that made it within their home had access to a few more seasonings. I think that they needed to go grocery shopping. They are salty, they are creamy, they're buttery, but I just feel like it needs maybe some sour cream or maybe some garlic. They're just a little simple for me. So I'm gonna give them a nice 6 out of 10. I think that's fair. Now it's time for the salad. Oh, by the way, guys, when I sat down, the waiter, who's super nice, randomly did some Forrest Gump trivia with me. And like I said, I haven't seen this movie, but I do know some of the main things about it just because of memes, right? And he was like, wait, what was the first question? He was like, wait, what did he say? I'm glitching. Oh, yes. He was like, who are Forrest's 2 best friends? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, Bubba? And I was expecting the second one to be Gump, but it wasn't. It was someone else. And then he was like, what is Forrest's girlfriend's name? And I knew this one. I was like, Jenny from the block. She likes her orange drink. If you know, you know. And then he was like, life is like a, and I was like, box of Cheez-Its? I was like, box of chocolates. And he was like, wow, for someone that hasn't seen it, you know a lot about this movie. And I was like, well, you know, I also like to run. I also like chocolate. So it just came to me. Anyways, I'm gonna add some of this extra ranch, not all of it, because they gave me a lot of extra ranch, which is very appreciated. At a lot of restaurants, extra ranch means like a little squirt, a little booger of ranch. But here it's 2 extra
Jugs of ranch.
I love that. Anyways, this has fried chicken, croutons, tomatoes, cheddar cheese, cucumber, eggs, and lettuce. Let's go in. Listen, after last night's greasy chocolate feast, I was really craving a salad and apparently more chocolate. But you know what I mean? Like, I was craving something fresh, something that'll make me feel like I am getting back to my vegan origins, you know, because that's who I truly am deep down. And this is really hitting the spot. Listen, this fried chicken is so lightly breaded. It's like honestly almost grilled. It has so much flavor. It really tastes like Old Bay seasoning. And I love Old Bay. Even if he's really old, he still got it. It's salty, it's tender, it's not crispy, but I'm really enjoying it. The croutons are necessary, to be honest. I love a good crouton, but when it's paired with fried chicken, I feel like it's too much breadiness. But they're seasoned well. The lettuce tastes fresh. The ranch is just everything I could ever want. And they know their ranch slays, okay? That's why they gave me so much of it. They were like, you're gonna wish this valley was hidden. You're gonna be shook. And I am. It's very salty, very seasoned, mayonnaise-y, but also very milky. Coats everything perfectly. And it's very refreshing ranch, which is necessary because it's being paired with fried chicken and more bread. So it needs to be bright and happy, you know? Love the eggs, tomatoes, cucumbers, everything comes together and makes a really good, almost kind of Cobb salad. I'm gonna give it a strong 8 out of 10. Now it's time for the main event, guys. Ooh, I can smell it. It's very scented. It's very aromaed. That's a lot of chocolate. It was $12, so I expected a lot, but these are them. I think it's 3 different flavors. They're on the back. Dark chocolate truffle, and milk chocolate English toffee.
I love a toffee. Oh my god.
At least there's no coconut, so milk chocolate. Rich. Money. Lamborghini. It's good, it's just strong. It has sort of a almost brown sugary flavor to the chocolate filling, but it mostly just tastes like milk chocolate on milk chocolate, but with different textures. Now dark chocolate, dark-sided chocolate. I like that one more. It mostly tastes like dark chocolate, but it has a slight cherry flavor, almost like an almond extract vibe. Hello. Very, very nice. Now I love toffee, so this should be a slay. English toffee. In the words of British people, stunning. Very crunchy toffee. Perfect, classic, rich, kind of peanut brittle toffee flavor without the peanut, you know? Perfectly sweet. That's a slay. I'm gonna give the box of chocolates a nice 7 out of 10. I think it's a very cute idea. It's different.
For my Thursday dinner, I went to VIVO Italian Kitchen. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. VIVO Italian Kitchen. Basically, it's an Italian kitchen. This is what it looks like inside. Very classy, very nice. Lots of wine in the ceiling. And this is the menu. What do they have? Oh, pizza and pasta. Who would have thought? So they gave me some free bread on this big wooden slab. And I ordered the meatball appetizer covered in marinara and parmigiano.
Ooh, the vibe of this place. Do you see this metal? That's real. I feel like I'm in a jazz bar. It's very like moody. I feel like going zabba-dabba-dee-ba-dabba-dee-ba-dabba-doo, zabba-dabba-doo, zabba-da-da-da-da-la-la-la. We have agua, some olive oil in this cool, wavy, curvaceous bottle. And then we have salt and pepper in like these little jars, which is so Beth from Little Women. You know, she kept everything in jars. She would catch moths and put them into jars. She would catch germs and put them into jars. That's how she got the fever, of course. We have a big loaf of bread here. It looks great. And these meatballs smell so good. I'm ready to feast. So I have a chunk of this bread here. I'm just gonna put some olive oil on it, I guess, right? Glue, 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 glue. Ooh, too much. Oh. Let me dip into this marinara. I'm trying the marinara before the meatballs. Oh, I'm a rebel. Oh. Oh, we got tomato sauce. Oh, the loaf tastes completely fresh. It does have a basic like white bread flavor to it, but tastes like it was made an hour ago, honestly. And it would make a main sandwich. I don't know about it by itself with olive oil though, because it's a bit plain, but it's very fluffy on the inside, crusty on the outside. With the tomato sauce though,
Wowie, wowie, wow.
the tomato sauce is some of the brightest, most sun-kissed tomato sauce I've ever had. Okay, let's try this meatball appetizer. Bella. Edward. These are some of my favorite meatballs I've had. I'm not exaggerating. At CityWalk? Who would have thunk? Is that a word? Thunk. It is. I thunk about it. Yeah. Even if it's not, I'm making it one, okay? They are actually quite chewy, but not in a bad way. In a very satisfying way. I don't like a mushy meatball. I would rather them have a nice bite to them, and these do. They said, I bite back. I might be a cow. I might not have teeth, but I do bite. The flavor is also incredible. They have that perfect fresh Parmesan flavor coming from within. They have a lot of Italian seasonings. They're perfectly salty and they go so well with this tomato sauce. It's ridiculous. It's unheard of.
I'm so happy.
I'm giving them a perfect 10 out of 10. Yeah.
For my entree, I got the artichoke cream pasta with garlic and a lot of artichokes as well.
After a brief break during lunchtime, I am now continuing my experimental food lifestyle. I got something very different, something I would typically never get. Artichoke cream pasta. You might be thinking,
Timmy, oh, that's normal.
it has vegan mozzarella cheese on it. Excuse me. Every time I've smelled a vegan cheese, it smells like the biggest, most stinkiest foot I've ever smelled. But this smells incredible. So what does it have on it? Artichoke hearts, garlic, shredded vegan mozzarella, shallots, and grana padano. And it seems to have like little pine nuts on it possibly, or like some sort of a seed. We should ask a bird what that is because they're gonna know. Also, the pasta is shaped like, what is that? Half a pie. It looks so good.
It's for you, brother.
Thank you so much. You guys are gonna be so proud of me. I almost got the meat pizza and then I realized that it had pepperonis on it. And a lot of you don't know this story. I've only told just a few close family members and relatives, but I did have the gout once. Years and years ago, I ate 60 turkey pepperonis. 60. Because I was a hungry man. I was growing, even though I was like 23. Anyways, those 60 pepperonis took a toll on me. I woke up in the middle of the night and my foot felt like it was broken, snapped in two. And I was very confused. I was like, what happened? Did I kick something in my sleep? Did I kick my other foot? It turns out it was the gout. All those pepperoni particles swelled around my foot bone. Don't ask me why. I'm not a scientist, but I do know that it hurt. Anyways, I chose something much more interesting. So let's try this. I'm nervous. Guys, I want to talk, but I can't stop. Oh my god, this is incredible. I'm so happy I said no to that gout-covered pizza. First of all, the pasta feels real fresh, and the shape is really fun to eat. It's like a big macaroni with like a little wig on top of it. The artichokes are very subtle, but they're kind of crunchy and kind of singed, and the sauce has such a strong garlic, olive oil, slightly pesto-y Parmesan flavor to it. It's like simple, yet it's so flavorful at the same time. And there's a slight spice in there. It tastes like there's some red pepper flakes, but I don't see them. So I don't know where it's coming from, but it's spicy. Also, the vegan mozzarella cheese tastes like fat-free mozzarella shredded Kraft cheese from the store. It tastes just like that. It tastes like very, very light mozzarella, but it's fine. It's fine. And the spinach adds a slight freshness. Amazing. I'm shook. I'm an artichoke stan. Oh, and it's perfectly salted. Just incredible. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10.
For my dessert, I got this. I forget what the name was. It's a very long name, and past filming to me did pronounce it, so just wait for that.
Photo shoot with my leftovers. Okay, so this is my dessert. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I had to point to it on the menu when I was ordering it, and the waiter's so nice. He was like, I got you. I was like, thank you, sir. It is called stracciatella semifreddo. Sounds like strep throat for some reason. It's sweet frozen vanilla ice cream and shaved chocolate on a chocolate cookie crust, warm chocolate ganache, and chocolate shards. Ah, okay. Ooh. Oh, it's like a Klondike bar, but make it Italiano. Ooh. Hold on. I'm gonna take the hat off. Ooh. Get out of there. Ooh. Sorry. Okay, Timmy, stop it. You know, it's okay. It's all right. I'm just gonna be frank. He's a very honest man. I'm gonna be just like him. This tastes like any ice cream bar from the store. To be honest, I think I like Klondike a little more. Ooh. I think that the ice cream quality is fine, but it's nothing special. And the vanilla flavor is pretty simple. The cookie crust underneath kind of just tastes like crushed up Oreos. And the ganache on top was way too sweet, way too much. So I just took it right off because life is too short to eat icky sweet ganache. Sorry.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Honestly, nothing. I would do a lot of things for an ice cream cone because I love those, but Klondikes aren't all that. I don't know why, I just felt like saying that. So continue watching now.
So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. but the rest of the meal was so incredible and so groundbreaking. VIVO really is that girl. I would just pick a different dessert next time, but wow. Tomorrow's the final day. Let's go, girlies. Girlies, it's the final day. I've had the best week and I'm ready to feast once more until my next challenge in like 3 days. Life is just so quirky and bloated.
For my Friday lunch, I went to Bend the Bow. It's upstairs in the food court area. This is the menu. As you can see, you can get 3 bows for $17. They're acting like that's a deal. I got this mango boba tea creation thing, and I got 1 shrimp bow, 1 chicken kimchi bow, and 1 brisket bow.
Ooh, the smell of a juicy bow. I'm excited. I'm ready. Okay, so we have this mango boba. I am not a big boba person. I'm actually not a big drink person in general. I'm not saying that because I don't like boba. I've just really never had a real boba, I don't think. So I'm super hyped. Let's first try this dried up mango. Oh, sweet. Wow. That is like extremely candied mango. It's not bad. It's just so sweet. It's like biting into a mango flavored sugar blob. Yeah, let's just put that back in there. Sweeten up the drink, right? Ooh, it has the popping bobas. The little ones that go. Oh, that's fabulous. That is so refreshing on this sunny day. It's like very diluted light mango juice with a hint of tea. It's very sweet. The popping bobas taste like mango as well, so it's like mango on mango. It's mango-go. I love that. That's a 9 out of 10. Now, let's feast. These are bows. Now, have you guys seen that Disney Plus short where the mother raises a little bow, it has a little face and everything, and then she eats it? It was the most shocking event of the year when it came out. So Disney, whatever happened to one day my dream will come true? Now it's one day I'm gonna eat the bow that I raised. It is actually getting hot right now. The sun is it's attacking me. Stay in your lane. Stay in your atmosphere. Let's first try the kimchi chicken one. It has kimchi fried chicken, kimchi butter, gochujang, cucumber scallion, and sriracha aioli. Okay, nice piece of fried chicken. Oh, it's heavy. Okay. Okay, the chicken tender moment is quite nice. You know, it has a very simple, classic fried panko flavor, but it could be a little bit saltier. That's my only complaint. The breading is very thin, very light. Love it. The kimchi butter, to be honest, kind of tastes just like spicy mayo. I'm not really getting any kimchi. There's no really sour, tart kind of pickled flavor there, but it's still very nice. It kind of tastes like chicken sushi. If you haven't had chicken sushi, you are probably not an uncultured swine like I am, but you should try it. It's really, really good. And the green onions add some freshness, as does the cucumber, and the bao bun honestly doesn't taste too bready. I've noticed, ow! A lot of bao buns taste like Wonder Bread. A lot of them give sandwich, and when I'm eating a bao bun, I don't feel like eating a sandwich. I want a bao bun. You know what I mean? And this just tastes kind of like a more lighter, kind of doughy, fluffy, berry cloud instead of Wonder Bread. So I'm gonna give the chicken one a nice 7 out of 10. Yes. So, okay, now let's try the brisket. So the brisket one has, I'm getting real hot, guys. I should not have sat here. It's too late. It's too late. We're gonna melt and we're gonna like it. The beef brisket has beef brisket, fried jalapeno, pickled red onion, cilantro, and avocado lime crema. The fried jalapenos kind of just look shriveled up, a lot like the hot dog jalapenos on my Kansas City Dorothy hot dog. Remember that? I love that one. A lot of brisket can be too ooey gooey and blubbery. Not this brisket. This is nice, lean, shredded, very barbecuey and charred flavored brisket. It just kind of melted into my mouth. And the pickled onions added so much tang. The jalapenos added a little bit of spice and they tasted really good. Love the brisket. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Now it's time for the shrimp. I'm literally overheating right now. I gotta go. Okay, come on, shrimpy. Wait, what's the hell on it? I wasn't holding my mic. Could you hear me? Oh no. How long was that going on for? The heat is getting to me, guys. So the shrimp one has fried shrimp, shredded cabbage, avocado, pico de gallo, and chipotle crema. I gotta say, this one is the most flavorless. I think the fried shrimp is okay, but it just kind of tastes like really plain fried shrimp. It's missing salt. It's missing more of kind of like a fair food fried flavor. It's just lacking the fun in fried. I mean, you can't spell fried without fun, right? F-R-I-E. No, you can. You definitely can. Also, the breading's very thick and the toppings don't have enough flavor to carry the shrimps. The pico tastes very fresh, but it's not really giving me full jalapeno onion vibes. And the chipotle sauce isn't chipotle enough. It's just more like kind of like a plain mayonnaise flavor. So I'm not not a big fan of the shrimp one. I'm gonna have to give it, I'm sorry, a 3 out of 10. Anyways, I'm gonna finish my lunch somewhere else. Love you guys. See you at dinner.
Let's quickly explore the Universal Studios store. I think I made that promise at the beginning of this video and I kept forgetting to film it. So, I forgot Harry Potter. Wait, Aslan, are you even a Universal property? Why is he here? Oh, your breath. Why is he trying to breathe on me? The girls that get it. The Narnia stands definitely get it. So yeah, this is the Hogwarts, the hog pimple section of the store. And in this other section, they have a lot of ears. I think they're trying to be Disney. And yes, that was my name randomly on the ears. I did not plan that out. I promise. I was shook. So I just kept walking through in fast motion, and they have some Marvel stuff and some other things. Anyways, it's time to eat. For my Friday dinner, I went to the Cowfish. Now, I did not know that Cowfishes existed until literally 5 minutes ago because I Googled it. Now, I thought this fish was just a made-up monster mascot that they just created for branding purposes. It's real, guys. It's real, and it has antennas like a snail. Anyways, this is what the inside of Cowfish looks like. It's real artsy, a little bit fartsy as well, and they have a lot of stairs. I felt like Cinderella, and even more stairs. And then once you're in the actual Cowfish restaurant, it's very cool. It kind of has a spaceship vibe to it, but also like a lot of scales, you know, a lot of fishy things. And this is the menu. As you can see, they have a lot of weird stuff. They have a lot of fusions, and in that moment, I knew this was gonna be a very interesting meal.
I feel like this is definitely the hippest place I've been to all week. It's super cool. It's a cool restaurant. It's a cool mom. So the vibe of it is very much sushi and burgers. That's like their two things. And they have a burger sushi hybrid item on the menu called burgushi. I don't want that infection, that's for sure. Burgushi. I kind of love it. It's kind of disgusting, kind of camp. They have a cheese burgushi, they have a chicken burgushi, and they also have a barbecue-shi. I am definitely getting one of the burgushis. I can't come to Cowfish and not get a burgushi. By the way, Cowfish, I don't know if I support that. You know, mutating cows and fish together to me sounds unnatural and quite frankly immoral as well. So if my burgushi starts mooing, girl, I'm out of here. I'm running. I did get 2 appetizers because it's the final meal and I was like, let me just go all out.
So for my appetizers, I got the gorgeous fried pickles with horseradish sauce and ranch. And then I also got the sesame chicken. Oh my gosh, I can still taste it, guys. You're not ready.
Okay, this is my impression of a cowfish. That's it. Anyways, let's try it. Ooh, with this sauce. I'm trying to contain myself. And with ranch. I'm salivating. Did you see me salivate? Oh my God. Is this what cowfishes get to eat every day? I want to be a cowfish. Those are some of the best fried pickles I've had in my 30 years of being a fried pickle connoisseur. Didn't the characters from the Emporium call me a food connoisseur yesterday? They did. Wait, that wasn't yesterday. That was the day before. Everything's blending, just like the cows and the fishes. The pickle within is extremely crispy. I'm talking like an apple, like biting into a pickle apple. I'm not joking. Why are you laughing? I'm not joking. They're also so juicy and so tart. Like some of the most tart fried pickles I've had. It just really makes the spit gush, or should I say burgushi. And the breading is not greasy whatsoever. It's extremely light and thin, yet still so crunchy. And it's so flavorful. It has like a paprika flavor, a little bit of smokiness, and I really like that. And then the ranch is top tier. Perfectly goopy, perfectly salty, obsessed. And this sauce, I think this is like a horseradishy kind of, once again, blah, 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 sauce. Just incredible. This fried pickle appetizer is a 10 out of 10. Actually, a 20 out of 10. Now it's time for, what were these called again? They're panko crusted chicken bites tossed in a sweet and sour glaze on a bed of pickle kale slaw. That looks like a very uncomfortable bed, guys. That is definitely not from Mattress Firm. I think it's from Mattress Farm. Okay, let's get a piece right here. Oh. I really want to scream. I'm gonna do it. You're joking. You're joking. Stop joking. You're so funny. Oh. Wow. These chicken bites are next level astounding. And you know what they are? They're also extraterrestrial, because I don't think I've ever had something this delicious on this planet. These must be from elsewhere. The chicken on the inside is so juicy somehow, even though it's tiny little pieces. The breading on the outside is so crispy. Once again, very thin, just like the pickles, and not greasy at all. And the sauce, it is so tart, a lot like the pickles, extremely vinegary, and it has a sesame flavor without tasting too much like sesame oil, if that makes sense. It tastes more like actual sesame seeds than the oil itself, because the oil can be very overpowering. This is just complementary to all the other ingredients, and also the mattress. And there's also a bit of sweetness, but it's very light. And honestly, there's a slight, like, rich apricot jam flavor to it. I don't know if there's apricot in it. What even is an apricot? Is it a berry? Is it an apple? You know what it probably is? It's probably another mutation, just like cow burger, or what's this place called? Burgerfish? Cowfish. This is another mouth-watering moment. I'm really shook. These are some of the best appetizers I've had in my life. I am definitely getting a burgushi for my, a burgushi for my entree. I'm thinking of the barbecue sheet, which has pulled pork, caramelized onion, barbecue sauce, and it's potato wrapped. I don't know what that means. Topped with house-made bacon, coleslaw, and chives. I'm guessing it comes with fries too. That's just a guess.
This is it. This is my big burgushi. It's definitely not what I expected, and I'm still kind of shook looking back at this footage. Wow, it's very intense.
I don't know what I expected when I saw the word burgushi, but I did not expect this. What is it? Who are you? How do I eat it? That's my question. The plate is so small, I feel like it's just gonna get everywhere. Well, if it gets messy, so be it. You know what? Sometimes life is messy. That's the lesson you're gonna learn right now. Oh, there's sushi underneath with pork in it. But what is all this? Wait, maybe I can just grab it. Okay. Wow, that is pork within sushi. Let's dig in. I'm scared. You know, when a pig grows up, it probably thinks to itself, you know, one day I'm gonna be a nice piece of crispy bacon on someone's plate. I am gonna be the most delicious pulled pork sandwich. I don't think they ever think to themselves, I'm gonna be a burgushi at CityWalk. Or if they do, they're definitely an outcast. We don't talk to her. But the truth is, everyone should have been like her. Because this is one of the most unhinged, completely insane, most delicious things I've ever eaten. I'm a burgushi stan. These things on top are potatoes. It's like potatoes cut like noodles, so they taste like really crispy potato chips. They're covered in barbecue sauce, and underneath we have actual sushi pieces that are wrapped in the potato stuff too. That was a burbushi. The pork is so tender, slow cooked. It could be from, you know, like someone's backyard in Texas. Like that's how it tastes. And the barbecue sauce on the sushi is really, oh my gosh, this is so good and it's so weird. I know. But it's so good. Thank you. It all comes together. It's crispy, it's smoky, it's sweet. It's truly a flavor experience. And I thought it was gonna be nasty and vile as well. Anyways, I got some hazelnut mousse for dessert. So that's the grand finale, girlies. After that, the week is over.
For my dessert, I got the hazelnut mousse. As you can see, it has layers, levels, different floors of flavor. And I also had some leftover burgushi on the table.
Girlies, I'm getting real full, but we have to finish this video off with a sweet treat. This is a hazelnut mousse. I see layers. I see some sort of dulce de leche looking stuff, and then some sort of a crummy looking thing and some whipped cream. So let's just go all the way down. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm too full. Timmy, stop it. Another incredible groundbreaking dish from Cowfish. The hazelnut mousse is very lightly Nutella-y. A lot of Nutella flavored desserts can be icky sweet. This is like refreshing Nutella. It's very milky. The whipped cream is so fluffy. That caramel stuff in the middle really tastes like dulce de leche, but like a little thinner and a little more saucy. And that crummy stuff, that was good old Nilla. Miss Nilla Cookie. She really added the cakiness that was necessary and just really kind of made the whole thing so interesting. So this is another 10 out of 10. It's just an actual slay. Cowfish is the best restaurant of the week. Every single thing I had was truly incredible. Anyways, girlies, I had the best week with you guys. If you watched this whole thing, you are that girl. And I hope you know it. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you next video. I love you so much. Bye, girlies. Mwah.